For me, song ideas can come about pretty randomly. Inspiration can kind of hit you at any time. So I just kind of allow for that flow and allow for the creative juices to keep flowing and really go with it in a way that feels natural when that inspiration hits. For example, I'll be playing guitar or something and I'd stumble upon a riff or maybe even a melodic hook of some kind, and I just see where that idea guides me, and I just kind of follow that path and see what different ideas that sparks, and build upon that in a way. For example, the song Peculiar was like that. It started with me just jamming with a guitar and a loop pedal and building that kind of loop-based foundation that ended up forming the base of the song. And then all that was really left was to work out, the arrangements and the instrumentation, and for those individual loop parts, how they would translate to different instruments. And then, of course, the structure, melody, and lyrics and stuff that I worked on after the basic instrumental was complete. Sometimes for songs, I start with the rhythm, the drums, the tempo, and basically just the vibe and groove before adding any sort of melodic elements. My song Power was an example of that. And for the song Power, I started with using a drum track from a previously recorded idea of mine that I never really finished, and building something on top of it. And I remember just jamming on it with a guitar and coming up with that riff, and it just worked on top of it, and everything just clicked from there, and the song really developed from there, and it was a very natural kind of progression. Other times maybe I'm playing keyboard or just messing around with chords, and I'll find something inspiring in some way, maybe a sound or a tone or a chord progression, and I'll just start humming and making up melodies, trying to create a catchy melody, and that's probably one of my favorite parts of the songwriting process, actually, coming up with melodies and trying to create catchy melodies. I really love that. A few of my songs like 2119, Realize, Wishfulness, Golden Beach, probably many others were started this way. Writing lyrics for me is probably the most challenging part of the process. That part usually happens after the music is done, and sometimes it can take me a long time and many rewrites to settle upon what the final lyrics of the song will be. But sometimes it does flow quickly. It really just depends on the mood and emotion and what I'm trying to convey and articulate with the music at the time, and whether I'm able to do that. That can be pretty challenging for me. More recently, I've been producing and mixing a lot more for different projects, and my production and mixing ideas have kind of blended with my songwriting style in a way, and it's kind of unified my songwriting and my production together. So for the past few years, my writing, production, and mixing for a song is all kind of happening simultaneously. I'm using a lot more production and mix elements as songwriting elements, really focusing on vibe and sound and tonality, trying to use as much as the recording process and studio tools as songwriting tools in a way. I'm real passionate about trying to create unique compositions, arrangements, and sounds while honoring my influences and injecting my own kind of personal style into my music, and also working with other like-minded artists and musicians that are equally passionate about their craft and about the art of songwriting. That's something I'm really passionate about and I really love, and it really is something of great beauty to me. I want to just say thank you to all my supporters and fans. You've been supporting me immensely and shown a lot of love to me and my music over the years, and I'm very, very thankful and grateful for that. Thank you to Wise Music as well for the love and support over the years, and peace and love. Take care.